My name is Jay Fuller, and I'm one of the attorneys at the Fuller & Fuller law firm in the state of Washington handling personal injury law. We handle general personal injuries, auto accidents, and medical malpractice. I wanted to talk to you today about the topic of what to do in case you're in an automobile accident. And the first thing, of course, is call 911, call emergency personnel to the scene if anybody has been injured in the accident, either in your vehicle, yourself, or any passengers, or in any of the other vehicles that might be involved in the accident. And in addition to that, if at all possible, when law enforcement does arrive at the scene of the accident, it's preferable if the vehicles are left in the position that they were at the time of the accident. I realize that that won't be possible in all cases because it might be impeding the flow of traffic. But again, if possible, leave the vehicles so that the police officer, when he arrives or she arrives at the scene, can see where the vehicles came to rest after the accident so that they can make a full and comprehensive report. Now, as far as speaking of the scene of the accident, you'd be surprised at just how fast evidence is lost at the scene of the accident. And when I say that, here's what I mean, and that is oftentimes there are bystanders, there are drivers of other cars who may have seen everything that occurred, and they may come up to you in the moments after the accident and offer to help or state that they're a witness to the accident. And it's important that as soon as you're able to, that you get their names and phone numbers. Because after the police arrive, after the medics arrive, oftentimes they leave the scene and sometimes, oftentimes maybe I should say, their names are not obtained. So get any witnesses, get their names and phone numbers. This is in case there's any dispute that arises in the future with regard to who's at fault in the accident. Now, another item that's important is this. Now that people are able to take pictures with their cell phones, these days I'm getting more and more pictures from the scene of the accident. So either use your cell phone or a disposable camera, a camera of any sort, to take pictures of the damage to the cars, to take pictures of any traffic control devices, or the actual roadway itself where the accident happened. The old saying is true in this instance, that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Becomes very important later on if there's any dispute as far as liability is concerned. Well, after the accident, it's quite likely that within a day or two you're going to hear from the insurance adjuster for the person who caused the accident's insurance, what we call the adverse insurance. And as far as the adverse insurance is concerned, they're going to be contacting you and probably asking for a recorded statement. In addition, either then or shortly thereafter, they may ask you for a written authorization to release your employment history and records, and also a written release of your medical records. You should be very cautious about doing this. You have to remember that they are the adverse party. And if they ask you for a recorded statement, for instance, that a good alternative to that is, if you have the police report, is to either fax or email as an attachment that police report to them from the neutral law enforcement officer who investigated the scene as the best evidence as far as what occurred during the accident. Well, these are some ideas and suggestions as far as what to do in case of an auto accident in the state of Washington. And it's by no means a comprehensive list, but if you do have any questions, feel free to call. Once again, my name is Jay Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm. Thank you very much.